日本語2の皆さん、こんばんは。キチン先生です。始めましょう。起立、気をつけ、礼。お願いします。どうぞ、着席。皆さん元気ですか？大丈夫ですか？先生は元気です。Today, I wanted to move away from our tutty-tutties. Hopefully those were pretty clear for you over the last couple weeks. And I wanted to talk about giving. I'm in such a giving spirit right now. Not really true, but we're going to talk about giving today. And this is just kind of the beginning of a larger thing where we're going to look into some of the gift-giving practices in Japan and talk about some of those things. But I just wanted to start out. We need to talk about how do we say giving. And so in Japanese, there's actually two major verbs. There's others, but we're going to talk about two major verbs. Ageru. Ageru. Now, ageru is a ru verb, so agemasu, ageta, agete, all those things, right? It's a ru verb, and it just means to give, all right? It is used for most giving situations. There's another one, though. Kureru. Kureru is also a ru verb. Kuremasu, okay? Now, how are these two different? Ageru, kureru. Now, ageru is used for general circumstances. Kureru is when the receiver is me. Okay? That not being Kitchen Sensei, but when the speaker is the receiver, right? When you want to say somebody gave something to me, right? And so we're going to take a second to kind of just look at the overall structure for this. And so I'm sorry about the handwriting, but you guys know how this works. So the giver is always the subject, right? Because the verb is to give. It just makes sense, right? So the giver, wa, receiver, ni, whatever the gift is, o, and then we're going to put ageru or kureru. Does that make sense? Okay. So I want to give you giver wa, receiver ni. Okay, so this is the main particle that you need to remember. Obviously the giver is going to be wa. It's ni, giving it to somebody, right? And then the gift o should be pretty straightforward, all right? And so just making sure that you know that structure. Giver wa, receiver ni, gift o, ageru or kureru, right? So here's my example, right? So the word for son is musuko. And so I can say, musuko no tanjoubi ni, watashi wa musuko ni boushi o agemashita. One more time. Musuko no tanjoubi ni, time, right? Watashi wa, giver, watashi wa musuko ni, receiver, boushi o agemashita. All right? So, it's pretty great, right? You can't go wrong, except for that. We'll see how baseball goes this year. We'll figure it out. Watashi no tanjoubi ni, musuko wa watashi ni hikouki o kuremashita. All right, let's try that again. All right. 私は息子に帽子をあげました。息子は私に飛行機をくれました。Alright? Now, I'm going to take those same two sentences. Right? 私は息子に帽子をあげました。And 息子は私に飛行機をくれました。And in most Japanese situations, we try to get rid of the watashi. And so we would say, musuko ni boushi o agemashita. And I would say, musuko wa hikouki o kuremashita. Okay? So when you look at our overall structure, right, wherever you are in this, whether you're the giver or the receiver, you can usually eliminate that within the thing. And so when I was the receiver, I would say musuko wa hikouki o kuremashita. because he gave it to me. And then when I'm the subject, I just say the receiver に、so 息子に帽子をあげました。Okay. It's pretty straightforward, I hope. So we're going to deal a little bit with giving and receiving, and I'm going to ask some specific questions of you guys on Wednesday. But if you could just think of 友達の誕生日の時、友達に何をあげますか？ And then 自分の誕生日に友達はあなたに何をくれますか？ Okay. Think about those sorts of things, and so that we can talk about that when we meet up again on Wednesday. So our two verbs, okay? あげる, the general verb to give, あげます, right? くれる, くれます, the verb to give to me. All right. Hope you guys are hanging in there. Have a good evening or wherever this video is getting you at. 終わりましょう。起立。気をつけ。礼。ありがとうございました。また水曜日。